It's like I'm just ah, shit. Hold on. I'm just like waking up. The light just. My eyes. Chirping. Sunlight. Cars driving past down the street. The sounds of the morning once again greet me as I slowly raise myself from my heavy slumber. Damn, I'm tired. See, this is why I keep my windows, my blinds closed. That way, no sunlight ever seeps through. Aches creep across my skin, deepening themselves within my muscles. A piercing sensation. The pain itself, further waking me, is just another reason why I should probably join Naomi in the gym. Then again, maybe Kyoko can come up with some sort of medicine. I mean, she's pretty smart. What am I thinking? To have the thought of these girls in my mind after just waking up, maybe it proves how closer we've really become. Or I'm just creepy. You know, yeah. It even fucking said it. I didn't even need to read exactly what it said, because I said the same fucking thing. Either way, it's not like I can avoid it any longer. Recalling Naomi's piercing voice, yesterday's conversation still floats around my head as I ponder the thought of today's date.
Fine, I will. Just don't think of it as a date.
Again, too late.
It's not every day I meet up with a guy after school.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Her words, resonating that very typical sense of disgust filled with embarrassment, strike back to me as my body continues to slowly awaken. Naomi, faced with the dilemma of her and Kyoko's relationship, caught up in her own disdain for herself. Regret, but we're supposed to have no regrets. But in this case, it's okay. Her blue eyes, deeper than any ocean, only holding the one thought that's kept her going. Kyoko. Jesus. Stifling a laugh, my hand clasps at my mouth as I'd imagine what Naomi's reaction would be if she were to find out I've been thinking about her. Probably call us gross or something. Who fucking knows, man? I don't want to wake anyone up this early, but I can't help but gaze over her flushed yet weirdly aggressive face in my mind. Luckily, she can't read it. We don't know that. Darting my eyes toward my test. A subtle vibration averts my attention away from my thoughts of Naomi towards my one. A message? Meet me at the gates before class. She uses the @ symbol and before. Man, we're gonna have to call this off. And they're quickly back to her. Maybe she is telepathic. Scanning the contents of the message, it doesn't exactly seem overly aggressive, yet she has a tendency to make almost anything frightening. Meet me at the gates before class. With her complex over people seeing us together, I don't really think she's thought that through, but not meeting her would likely result in something much worse. Like me getting smacked upside the head with a fist. I tried to think of a weapon, but then I was like, nah, it's probably just a fist. Guess I'll have to go. Alright. Let me just reach in here and grab some clothes. As the clock continues to tick, I finish up my daily routine, embraced by the sunlight seeping through my window. A morning of tranquil idleness, almost idyllic in and of itself. I'm about to go to school, is what I'd say, but unfortunately I'm not a Moe high school girl. Can't even spare time for breakfast, let alone running out the door with toast in my mouth. Dude, if I ran out the door with toast in my mouth, that toast would probably break so fast and fall to the ground, and then I'd get really upset. But then I'd pick it up and still eat it, because, you can't waste food. What is this? Well, I mean, it depends. If there's too much dirty dirt, like visible dirt and shit on it, then I wouldn't eat it. But if you could just wipe it away, fucking eat that shit, man. Walking through the warm morning air, the sight of the school gate meets me. As I look onward towards the crowd of students piling towards the doors. Same thing. Sunlight basking all of us, as to be expected on a traditional spring day. As for me, well, I'm basking in the apathy is death of not wanting to attend lessons. Just another traditional thing for cliched high school guys. I may as well get going myself. With the gates just before my eyes, she's fucking... Why you... A familiar set of hair captures their sprawled gaze as each auburn strand flows in the mild spring breeze. Her own directed towards the floor as she idly twiddles her thumbs. A poor attempt to hide her flush-reddened cheeks. Is she really that concerned about people seeing us? No, that went away real fast. Striding towards the school gates. Striding towards her. Those quaint as their eyes lift themselves from the ground towards me, she's noticed. Granted, she was standing here waiting for me, despite her typical attitude of pushing me as far away as possible. Today's different. Joining her within the musical world surrounding her, Naomi too moves herself towards me, lips curled up into a smile? He's so surprised.
Hey!
What the shit? Hey? Running up beside me, Naomi's hand reaches behind me, patting me against the back. A Goldilocks method. What the hell's happening? Not too soft as to convey disgust in having touched me. Not too hard as to inflict the results of pent-up aggression. A perfectly normal, friendly pat. What? Continuing with her smile, Naomi's eyes look up towards me almost with warmth as the set of cherry lips continue to curve upwards in fondness. The hell's gotten into her?
You're not going to forget, right? You're meeting me in the gym later.
I told you I don't want to join the gymnastics team.
Not that. I wanted to talk about Kyoko.
Okay, yes. By this point, I think this is fairly obvious. Nodding my head, our conversation continues forward. For someone so previously agitated by even being near me, having such a friendly conversation together in the midst of passing students is weird. I'm not gonna forget that. What do you think I am, an idiot?
Not really.
Whoa, hold on. Something's wrong with her. Yeah, what's going on here?
Anyway, I'll walk on ahead.
Hey, what the...
If people see you with me, they'll get jealous.
Alright. Mouth beaming in a smile once again, Naomi's lips glisten in the sunlight as soon as she turns around. Hair swaying in the warm spring breeze. She's happy. What is this complex emotion? Yet another small gust ruffles her skirt as she almost skips toward the school entrance, not enough to satisfy anyone, but still rather beautiful in and of itself. Despite her odd behavior, I think it's something I can enjoy. I'll hear about it later anyway, assuming she goes back to her usual self. If that wasn't it. Maybe she's just very cheerful, like, right in the morning. I don't know. Filled with the life of students, amalgamating through the corridors to head towards class. The corridors remain lively as usual. Oh, I'm gonna have to make Kyoko sad some more. The same similar sounds of chatting, gossip, and banter flowing through the walls. Each day, something new on the table.
Hey, did you hear about Naomi? I heard she set a new record the other day.
Oh.
I hear that someone's trying to start out a new club. What was it? Science?
She's trying.
Nobody's going to join that. It's run by her. Why would anyone be friends with a fraud?
Oh my god, and why do you sound just like her? I'm in that club. Or coincidence. The thoughts continue to flow through my head as I pick out each and every drag of conversation. Everything pointing toward them. It's something that makes me angry. She's not a fraud, and I'd appreciate it if you didn't talk about my friend like that. Damn!
Since when were you friends with a cheat?
I'll have you know that she is not a cheat.
I'm surprised this loser even has any friends.
Damn!
I might not be his friend yet, but I know someone who is.
Oh, he's so ripped.
You wouldn't want to upset Naomi Sato, now would you?
I wouldn't. She's a feisty one, that one. Out of nowhere, an almost shirtless student stands out from the idle crowd, abs striking hard against the air. He looks onto the crowd of students who'd slowly gathered around us. He looks like if I punched him right in the fucking abs, my hand would just break instantly. I'm sure the disciplinary committee would have a field day over this guy's adherence to the uniform policy.
Shit. He's right.
Ah, shit.
Come on, let's go.
Backing off, the crowd begins to dissipate as I still stand in awe at what just transpired. Regardless, I can't change the fact that I'm still starting square on towards a pair of... Did I say starting? Staring square on towards a pair of glistening muscles first thing in the morning. I just want to reach out and touch them. Thanks.
Why are you so nervous? It was nothing, really.
Uh-huh.
It's nice to meet you. I'm Ken Takahashi. I'm on the athletics team.
I could have fucking taken a giant guess on that one. Let's see. Okay. Ken, a uniquely good-spirited character, lurks the gym like a panther, prowling on unexpected students he can reel into his workout routine. Okay. Yet despite his bravado, Ken cares a lot about the students of the school, batting a smile towards whoever's in sight, obsessed with his looks, as you could tell, and his deadlift. He lives a carefree life, enough to shrug off all sorts of troubles. He's the younger brother of, is it just Takahashi? Yes. What if we, like, God damn it, I wish I could use my mouse wheel. But what if you can, like, it was just like bulb, and then it's, like, right in here. Pervert. You. God damn it, I keep going to the thing. Anywho. Speeding forward with an introduction, the name sounds oddly familiar. Ken continues to stand before me, almost indulging himself in the atmosphere around us. Smiling, yet somehow managing to make himself overly friendly for someone I've just met. Nice to meet you too, I guess? I'm Jerkoff. Nice to meet you.
Don't worry, I know all about you. She talks about you a lot.
Oh, hell. Naomi?
Yeah, for someone like her, all I can say is good luck. If any of those creeps try coming after you, I've got your back.
Man, I got a bro. But it's not like that, though it might be like that. I don't know. And I've just met this guy.
Is lingering around class the best kids these days can do?
Oh my god. He's always so ASMR whenever he comes on the fucking screen. I can't handle it. Booming out from behind us, a familiar voice reaches my ears as I turn to face the suited man now before us. Our duo, now a trio.
Ah, you're that new teacher, aren't you?
It's Mr. Kabir to you.
Damn. Ah, that's right. Mr. Yamamoto retired. It's fair to say that we have economics this morning. However, with a solemn gaze directed towards us, it's clear that there are other problems which need to be dealt with.
I see you've taken to befriending troublemakers.
I don't befriend nobody. I just attract them. Swooping his eyes in my direction, Mr. Kabir looks on sternly as he quickly averts them back towards Ken, still standing there without any real care, surprisingly.
Troublemaker? Nah, that's not me.
What about your lack of consideration for a proper uniform then?
He likes to show off the muscles, you know?
It's not harming anyone.
He knows what he's got.
It's harming the social conduct of ordinary school life.
Is it really? I can't help but feel like I'm watching the fabric of a good old telling off being woven. Nevertheless, Ken still idles with a smile as Mr. Kabir continues to steelly address him. A cold set of eyes looking on towards the least phased person I've ever met. Oh my god.
Do you really think uniform like that is acceptable?
They even made a CG for it. I love it.
I don't know what you mean by social conduct, but it's an alright setup, you know? It's getting warmer, so I have to keep him cool.
That's true. Pointing toward the lower end of his chest, Ken beams yet another smile as people within the classroom begin to chat away. Man, this is for the ladies. And the guys. Really, it doesn't matter, huh? It sure is an ample distraction from having to do work. I have to give him credit, but it's not like I'll be able to slip away from this either.
Save that attitude for the gym. I really don't want to spend my time dealing with you.
Jesus Christ.
You know I will. I'm always trying to outbench myself.
Just go to class. Both of you. I'd rather spend my time teaching.
And I'd rather spend my time existing. Walking back into the room, Mr. Kabir lets out an apathetic aura. Enough so that his presence simmers down the once lively class. I should probably head inside too.
I'll see you around. Have a good one.
Just they all say jerk off. Letting off nothing less than a small wave. Ken's smile makes up for it as he walks backward down the corridor in an act of farewell. Despite being a little odd, I can't help but owe him one for sorting out the situation back there. Kyoko, staunchly attacked by her classmates, all while probably fiddling around with a pencil as she just sits in docility behind the wall. It's a shame to think that those feelings of contempt for her still linger around the school despite not being the one to blame. She's literally not. So, okay, so we do know that people just think Kyoko's a cheat and all that shit, so that's a tidbit of information that we discovered there. Also, another big piece of information is Naomi actually talks about us, so that's pretty good. A lot. He specifically said a lot. I can't help but think of what Naomi says about me either. Yup. Oh, man. Paired with the typical chiming of the bell, class erupts into chatter as the marking of its end comes to fruition. After economics was a short stint of geography, headed by the only teacher on the roster that the guys actually pay attention to, Miss Sasaki herself. Sparing the details? What do you mean sparing the details? I rise from my seat and with a mild stretch, soothing the stiffness which grasps my muscles. Being around two energetic people all the time really puts into perspective how worn out I really am. Kyoko, almost powered by her own reactions, filling every day with a pronounced sense of vigor I haven't experienced since middle school. As for Naomi, she doesn't hold her lively attitude, at least when it comes to insults. The thought itself making her earlier actions even so weirder. Basking merrily in the sun, only to fill her voice with an eerie, happy-go-lucky heartiness as if she'd unironically decided to become my best friend. Well, with all our outings, it's not absurdly far-fetched, but I can't see it happening. We just gotta, spend more time with her. You never know what might happen. Now, standing in the midst of class, my head pans over the remaining students in the class. Peering around, the sight of the usual chirpy brunette scientist is nowhere to be seen. Whoa! For once, Kyoko isn't gushing straight from my desk with the usual, "You're coming to the club, right?" Oh boy. In a way, I missed that, but it still doesn't change the fact that I had agreed to meet up with Naomi later. That in and of itself is just another thing to look forward to. Yeah, but it's still sad, right? What with Naomi's offbeat behavior this morning, I just can't wait for the dial to be pumped up to 11 when she threatens me to forget about it. The usual things I've come to expect with these two girls in my ever-changing high school routine. It's laughable. It's laughable, brain, but I'd look like an idiot doing so in the middle of the classroom. Guess I should get some lunch. Let's get some fucking bread. Cause that's probably all I'm gonna fucking eat for lunch. Bread. Get out of here. What do you think this is? It's not what I want. Marking the end of the day with the rhythmic chime, the bell rings out throughout the class, seeping in from the adjacent corridor. A communal sense of joy and relief coating across the room. Well, besides Kyoko anyway. Despite her apathy for the curriculum, she sits with what I can only call a pout peeking toward me from the visible side of her face. Maybe it's just me, but she should at least be a tad excited, what with club activities and all. I mean, Yet, as much as I could revel in the presence of Kyoko, another thought lingers through my mind. Naomi. Oh, what if Kyoko's ends up being like, you stole my friend from me after fucking me! And it's like, oh, Jesus, we need to resolve this situation real quick. I'd agreed to meet with her after the club. Okay, so that's after the club. Okay, good. Whew. Crisis averted. The events of earlier, though, enough of an indication that Naomi has been pretty out of it. Her friendly demeanor, a stark contrast how she usually treats me. It's pretty weird. I'm not gonna forget that. What do you think I am, an idiot?
Not really.
See? That's bullshit. It's insane. Is this how friends are made? I have been hanging around with her quite a bit. I don't remember Kyoko being this much of a tsundere. That's because Kyoko isn't a tsundere. She's insane. No, she's just energetic. She certainly is a confusing girl to understand. Speaking of Kyoko, cutting my eyes across the room to find her is now little more than a routine task. There she sits, her hair now let loose down her back as she twirls its smooth, dark allure between her fingers. It's a nice look. I haven't actually, talked to Kyoko in a little bit, huh? The school's navy blazer wrapping around her slender body certainly adds the smart edge to suit her inquisitive nature. A girl ready to learn, even after the day is done and dusted. Following that routine, I rise up and make my way toward her. The class, now emptying, enough of a distraction to have some fun. Wrapping my hands around Kyoko's eyes, she jolts back in surprise, almost knocking her head into my stomach. Dude, that was... we fucking... Guess who... Ah! Fuck! Eh? Guess who?
Da Vinci.
I wish. Close enough. Letting her go, my hands brush faintly against her hair as I return them to my side. A soft, gentle feeling.
What's wrong? You're looking a little weird.
This is my face. Nothing. Maybe now that we become so close, something like this shouldn't be such a tragedy to comprehend. After all, Kyoko seems to have no problem grabbing me whenever she wants me to follow her.
Anyway, you're looking forward to the club, right? That's why you're here.
Hey, she said it. Well, you know, not the, you're coming to the club, right? She said, you're looking forward to the club, right? As opposed to going straight home.
Ah, you can't do that.
Eh.
It'd make me sad.
Oh, we can't make her any more sad than we already have. Kyoko gives me an indistinguishable pout, her puffed cheeks coated with a blush as she pushes forward her lower lip. I can't tell whether or not she's being serious from her words, but with a face like that, it's straight up easy to tell she's playing around. Yet her words strike me as truthful. She's not the type to lie. I would have stopped going if I didn't enjoy it, right? Why would I do something I didn't like? Never actually said I'd join the club. Couldn't help but skirt around the issue to avoid upsetting her, really.
Well, you stayed. That's all that matters to me.
Good. Kyoko scratches her nose like a kitten's futile attempts to try grooming itself. It's cute. Maybe in a way she's trying to hide the fact that a sea of red coats her cheeks, but in the end she's only drawing more attention to herself. The feeling, though, is mutual. Being able to spend time with a cute girl after class is on every guy's wish list. But to me, I can't really consider it anything special. Rather, it's normal. I'm used to this energetic yet awkward scientist sleeping her way into almost every aspect of my life. All because I was looking for a stupid mop. That's how it started. In the end, I found what I was looking for.
Anyway, we should get going. We have experiments to do.
So what are we doing? Like what, jumping up from her chair, the very same silky flow of hair once again brushes past me as I narrowly manage to avoid getting struck by the wooden backrest. Jesus. For someone so small, she certainly has a lot of energy. Well, we know she was on the athletics team. So, a faint presence, yet someone so important in what I can now call my routine life. A friend. Yeah, we probably should. Everyone else has left. The classroom, of course, empty, now houses the two of us. Nothing but the ensemble of students heading home, mixed in with the usual chorus of other clubs starting their activities. With her joining me in the corridor, the sounds only continue to grow louder. Kyoko and I, like mice, pale in comparison to the lively aura around us. Now beginning our typical walk, Kyoko's strides are as energetic as usual as we make our way towards the science lab. Her very actions reflecting the amount of heart she puts into this dream, her passions. As fond as she is of science, I can't help but think how the club might have turned out if I didn't decide to join. How Kyoko would have turned out. Probably more lonely than anything, really. A girl stripped of her previous friends, her previous life, alone in the dusty room, waiting for someone to befriend. It's sad, but now that I'm here, I can't help but think that, to me, the entire thing is more of a fix my friendship club. Nevertheless, it's fun. It's fun fixing friendships. Arriving outside the doors of the lab, I spot a smile gleam up on Kyoko's face. It's very apparent by now that it's routine for her. The very same look of happiness as the dreams within her heart burst out into this room. A world of magic. Well, science is a lot like magic, right? Except it's logical magic. I still can't say I'm fond of science, but if it makes her look as cute as this, I can't help but feel some kind of affection.
We're here.
Gripping the door by its handle, Kyoko musters just the right amount of force to reveal the world behind it delicately. Her smile grows wider, lips raised up to her cheeks as they softly quiver as she's about to talk. But nothing comes out. With one small foot past the door, Kyoko takes the first step inside. The club is now in session. My dream. Oh man, there's a lot of spit in my mouth and acid. Not in my mouth, but just burning my chest. So, what's the plan for today?
Anything really.
And you're not like... What?
It's science. Everything's bound to be fun.
That's true, but what exactly can we do? It's not as if we have a particle accelerator here. Surely there are limits. Yet as it stands, Kyoko doesn't seem like she really cares about any kind of restrictions. The world is her playground, whether it's here with me or on the athletics team with...
Naomi.
Wait, did you read my mind?
She used to make the same face as you.
Oh. What do you mean?
Never mind.
No. We were getting somewhere. Kyoko continues forward, now shrouded by an awkward aura she helped to create. Well, there's only so much blame you can place on someone for making a certain expression. Her words, however vague, still fuels the ongoing fire within my mind surrounding their relationship. God damn it. We were getting somewhere, and then it just stopped. She doesn't want to talk about it. I get it, but we need to talk about it. Sat upon my usual stool, I can't help but twiddle my thumbs as I once again watch Kyoko's usual routine. The afternoon light showering the room in a blissful aura adds more to her usual charm. Her figure is accentuated not just by the brightness, but the flow, the lab coat around, The flow of the lab coat around her curves. She surely is athletic. It's no wonder she did so well in the athletics team. As a girl with so many options, I can only wonder why she founded the science club in the first place. Because it was, where she could, I imagine no other club would accept her at that point, just because of how petty fucking, the kids can be nowadays. She could have easily joined an out-of-school track team. Oh, out of school. All right. Kyoko steps back in shock, almost knocking over the clamp stand behind her. No! What's wrong?
I've run out of DC Pep.
I wish I knew what that meant. And that's...
Decoro.
Never mind.
You never let me finish.
Maybe that's because her jargon is completely foreign to me. Peering toward her, it's apparent that this has obviously upset her. The lack of chemicals, a true inhibitor to silence, to silence. Oh my god, to science. Kyoko's dark eyes glint in the dark. The light, as tears begin to well within them. Despite seeing her like this before, she never once burst into tears before me. A downpour from her, likely stronger than the rains in the Serengeti, is enough of a reason to prevent it from happening. We could just, get some more, right?
But by the time we get there, the store will be closed.
We'll just get some tomorrow.
It's already pretty late.
A glance at my phone screen is enough to prove she's right. We've been here for a while. But still, we had fun, right? Even if she didn't manage to finish her experiment. Even if I didn't do anything either, as usual.
That's true. I always have fun. With you.
Aw, you get some pets for that one. This time I can't help but be the one to blush. Looking at my reflection in the window behind her, it's pretty apparent she's not the only one who's embarrassed. Yeah, me too. The words come out, held back by a beating heart. Having spent so much time with her, she really is becoming something special. Kyoko finishes putting the last odds and ends away, giving us an ample enough reason to finish up for the day. Now standing by the door, Kyoko lifts her head. Oh no, I hear the sad. Lifts her head to match her eyes with mine. Another sad look within them as light hits their glossy, damp surface.
I'm sorry it couldn't last longer.
That's cool. It's fine. I know you'll make up for it next time. Oh, trust me, I know you will. What with her energy, it'll be easy for her. Yet the thought of what could go wrong still lingers in my head. What? No, don't think about it, alright? Let's just... Yeah.
I will. Thank you.
No problem. Give her head pats. For what?
Being my friend.
Aw, look at that. Averting her eyes, Kyoko leaves me with no other option but to stare onward toward her reddened face in silence. The image rendering me speechless. I probably have given her a hug right there. Not even gonna lie. I like hugs. Sometimes. When I like hugs when I want to give them. If someone wants to hug me, I'm like, oh, physical contact. She really is cute.
Anyway, we should probably get going.
Yeah, you can go on ahead. I have to speak to Mr. Kabir about something. Yeah. It's probably the best excuse I can think of to slip off and see Naomi. We shouldn't lie. I hate lying. Walking off the school grounds with her only to run back toward the gym is going to look pretty sus.
You sure? I can go with you if you like.
No.
But I'm not really sure if he likes me.
I'm not really sure he likes anybody, actually. Probably because you defied her expectations when answering his question. Or his, you know what I mean. It's fine. Twirling around, Kyoko's silky hair flows through the air as she turns toward the stairwell, sparing a moment to turn her head back toward me.
You know, I was really looking forward to walking home with you.
Why you gotta make me feel bad? Even worse than I already do. Heading down the staircase, Kyoko disappears quickly enough to strip me of any time to respond, spare a heavy heartbeat and a feeling of wooziness. Damn, I got...
Studies show that surges in dopamine can cause symptoms, such as mild confusion or dizziness.
And you're telling me this because...
I nearly fainted the other day. Shouldn't you be concerned?
We were fine. Maybe in a way I do enjoy science more than I thought. God damn it. She just had to fucking say it, didn't she? And then she used to make the same face as you. God damn it. We were getting somewhere. Oh boy. Time for the gym. To head to the gym. Throughout the cafeteria lies only the sound, the sound, what the fuck am I doing? Of my own footsteps as I make my way towards the vending machines across the way. I planned on going straight for the gym, but Naomi doesn't seem like the type of girl to offer me a juice break. So I'm just gonna get a juice box. Her stern yet eerily warming nature has certainly changed as I reflect on it. A girl who once cringed at my existence now only hates me a little bit less. Maybe that's not like that, but her insults clearly make it seem so. Yet above it all, I can't help but like spending time with her. I just think it's funny. Stepping before the drink machine, I eye out a bottle of orange juice. Oh, and he's getting orange juice? Within my budget. $2.50 and a couple 10 yen coins. That should be enough. Embraced by the glow of the lights behind the glass, I watch the arm raise mechanically towards the juice, picking it up and slowly plopping it behind the flap to the side. Before I can reach inside, the whir of the machine is interrupted by a familiar laugh as another's hand stretches out from behind to claim my reward. Hey!
Thanks for this. I was in need of a drink.
This bitch. You don't come between a man and his orange juice. Turning to face her, Naomi stands before me adorned in her gym kit with a light sweat coating her forehead. Despite my disgruntled feelings, she takes no heed in cracking open the seal of the bottle and taking a hearty swig. Excuse me! This is bullshit. The tiny droplets of juice glistening in the air as she brushes her lips with one fell swoop of her hand. I'm so upset.
What? Do you really think I'm some kind of thief? Here's your money back.
With a satisfactory clinking sound, 350 yen coins slide into the machine out of the grip of Naomi's fingers, or at least I'd have liked to imagine. You're 10 short. Slipping in another coin, the digits on the display now read the right price. That's what I fucking thought. Taking another aggressive sip of what's now her juice, I guess. Naomi slams the bottle down on a nearby table and glares toward me with a pout.
Are you happy now?
Yes, very much so. You know, if you wanted a drink, I would have just bought you one anyway if you asked. Another juice falls out of the machine, this time with enough of a window for me to ensure that it goes to its rightful owner.
I don't normally get juice anyway.
Then what the fuck do you get? Then why did you take mine?
I thought it'd be funny.
Yeah, for you. I don't like sharing, so...
If you really wanted to know, I normally get a cola.
That's worse. The shit... I couldn't really care, but I don't think she'd appreciate me telling her that. She's on the athletics team and she gets a soda? Are you sure that's healthy for someone who's supposed to be an athlete? See? This is fucking telling you.
No, but it's vanilla flavored. Why should I care?
Guess it doesn't really matter. It's like, whatever. If only all life's problems were vanilla flavored.
Anyway, did you make any progress with her?
Zilch. You mean Kyoko, right? Oh my god.
Who did you think I meant? The girl you have a crush on or something? Jeez.
Naomi crosses her arms in frustration. The action makes a marginal difference to how vexed she normally looks around me. It was cut short. Kyoko ran out of chemicals, so she's gone to the city to buy them.
And why didn't you go with her? That's a perfect opportunity to try talking to her.
Because I was supposed to meet you? Unless you're saying you'd be happy to have me ditch you. That's kind of fucked up, though. Flicking her eyes aside, Naomi continues to talk with reddened cheeks, as if to ignore the fact that she's embarrassed.
I thought you'd prefer to spend time with her.
I have prior obligations. Speaking with a somber voice, more depth fills her cheeks as she continues to blush. It's hard to see her like this, especially when it's kind of cute. I can always go back. She's probably just reached the station. Ah. What?
You were supposed to say you'd stay with me.
Oh, well, I didn't. I was joking.
And so was I. You're disgusting.
Well, you're disgusting.
But it's a good idea. Let's go.
Wait, hold on. You want to follow her? Wee woo? Clasping my hand tightly, traces of sweat still hang on her skin as her warmth crosses over. Her fingers, despite not being entwined with mine, still brush against my skin as she clasps tighter. Her familiarity, hers, familiarly soft, almost feels enjoyable to the touch. She'd probably throw up if I told her that, but still. Somewhere inside me is enjoying this very moment, these feelings. All of them tossed away as Naomi yanks me along with her as she walks out of the hall. Excuse me. Are we doing this? I guess. Ah, shit. I guess we're doing this. Wee woo, alert, Space Marines, help, assistance. Need all the assistance I can get. They never come help me. Never do they.